air was thick, almost viscous, pressing against my lungs. His eyes, wide, searching, unblinking, locked onto mine. "I never loved you the way you think," I said, almost whispering, though the words carried the weight of a hammer. He froze. His coffee cup trembled in his hand. A laugh that wasn't laughter caught in his throat. I watched him, measured and calm on the outside, while inside, a storm. He didn't speak. He just turned and left the room. That one step, deliberate and heavy, echoed in my head long after the door clicked shut. I wanted to reach for him, to undo it, but my body stayed still. I had said it. And somehow, I knew that this was the point of no return. Weeks earlier, I had sensed it, a shift in his attention, subtle glances at his phone, a laugh that belonged to someone else. I told myself it was paranoia. I always told myself that. But the truth has a way of whispering louder than our denials. A receipt, folded carelessly in his jacket pocket, ignited the first ember of suspicion. Not expensive, not out of place, but the name on it, a name I didn't recognize, fought its way into my mind. I remembered the way he sometimes smiled at messages in the middle of the night, careful not to wake me. I thought I was imagining it. I wasn't. The revelation didn't strike all at once. It grew, like a shadow moving through a room, unnoticed until it stretched across the walls. A hotel chain, a brunch reservation, a voice on voicemail I pretended not to hear, each piece fitting together, each piece twisting the knife further. And yet, I said nothing. I watched, calculated. The betrayal simmered under my skin like a controlled burn. I started quietly, a text here, a call logged there, nothing overt. I needed certainty. I needed proof. I ordered tests, subtle DNA checks, just enough to confirm what I already suspected. I asked questions casually, watched his reactions. Every slip, every hesitation only sharpened my focus. Outside, I smiled. I made dinner. I laughed at jokes I no longer felt. Inside, the clock ticked slower. Every day was a piece of the puzzle, every movement observed, cataloged, stored. He never saw it. He never suspected that the woman beside him, the one who moved with ease and warmth, was calculating a path toward revelation. He never guessed that every message he thought was private, every lie told with care, was a thread in the web I was weaving. By the time I had the confirmation, I was calm, almost serene. The storm had settled. All that remained was the execution. The envelope arrived in the morning, cream paper, heavy, deliberate. I slid it across the table while he sipped his coffee, pretending to read the paper I held in my hands. "I think you should see this," I said, softly, almost tenderly. He glanced at the documents, his expression shifting in real time, from confusion to panic to disbelief. How?" His voice faltered. I didn't answer. I simply watched. Each line, each page, each undeniable fact eroded the reality he had built. The truth was cold, and it cut him where words never could. He looked at me, searching, pleading. The man who once held all the power, now stripped bare by facts he couldn't deny. I remained composed. The quiet in the room was mine. His panic was not my fault. It was the natural consequence of his choices. He expected anger, screaming, perhaps even tears, but I offered none of it. "I already knew," I said, voice soft, final, "and I let you believe otherwise until it was too late." His knees buckled slightly. The realization hit him, the control he thought he wielded, the secrets he buried in my absence, all meaningless. I had walked alongside his lies, smiling, waiting. "You're gone from my life," I continued, each word deliberate, surgical, forever. He reached out. I didn't move. His hands fell. He understood, in the silence, the totality of his loss. Not punishment from me, but the exact consequence of his own betrayal. And then he He left, quietly, defeated. The door clicking shut behind him sounded like the last note of a requiem. I stayed where I was, coffee cold on the counter, morning sun brushing my hands. Calm. No regret, no guilt. Only clarity. The storm that had once raged inside me now lay settled, neat, precise. I had watched the betrayer unravel. I had remained untouched. I had regained what he thought he stole: control. I leaned back, breathing steady, a quiet observer of my own life. He was gone, and in that absence, I found power. The past was silent now, and I was free.